Hey guys, Adam here from Coburg Osteo Clinic. Going to go through a few ways that you can use the foam roller at home. Using the foam roller can be a good way to help settle the system and is a good adjunct to regular training and exercise. Let's do it. Alright, so let's start with the calves. So we're going to place the foam roller just underneath our Achilles, hands behind us, just lifting our bum a little bit off the ground and rolling up and down the length of the calf from the Achilles all the way to the back of the knee. And I like to roll my toes so they're pointing outwards like so. And again, get those outer fibers of the calf and soleus muscle there. And then likewise roll the toes inwards and roll up and down in that fashion too. And we do the other side, back and forth. We want to do this for about anywhere from 30 to 90 seconds. Should give you enough of a sort of settling down of the system. And again, roll that foot outwards and inwards. Good. For the hamstrings, it's pretty similar. Turn around. We're going to place the foam roller just sort of under your knee, and again lift the bum a little bit off the ground and roll through. It's important to try to have really heavy legs here just to try to get the most out of this stretch, or foam rolling I should say. Good. And on the side, same deal. You can, let me get in shot, have the leg pointed inwards and outwards as well as we roll up and down. Moving on to the glutes, what we want to try to do here is actually sit right on the foam roller. Now what I like to do is I like to actually roll my body, so we'll do our left side first. We're going to roll and bring our left elbow onto the ground and roll enough across so that our shoulder is above our elbow, and go up and down the foam roller and just find that sore point. Hold there for a little bit, and if that still isn't enough, you can get your opposite foot, your right foot in this case, and actually push down or let it sit on your left knee and just roll up and down, still chasing those sore points. Still the shoulder over the knee. The other side, so we can be clear on that. Again, we want to sit on the foam roller. We want to roll to our right side this time so that our right shoulder is above our right elbow. Up and down the foam roller to find the sore point. There's mine. Left foot on that right knee. Ooh. And again, hold that position for a while. There's lots of ways to foam roll the glutes. This is one of my favorites. Good. And again, 30 to 90 seconds on each area should be a good number to hit. Moving on to the front of the legs, we're going to do a bit through the quads and the TFL. So it's a good idea to sort of stand tall and just sort of feel for the bony front parts of your hips. We want to try to target, if we come down those bony parts and just to the outsides a little bit, this is roughly where the head of our TFL muscle sits, and is a good spot to get to. And so how we get that on a foam roller is we actually lie on those, we'll do the left side first, on that bony part of the pelvis. We roll down and then just roll a little bit to our side and find that sore point there. Good. And likewise on that right side, find that bony point, roll a bit down and to your side and go up and down that area. That's the TFL head there. And we can continue that and do the whole length of the calf the quad, sorry, by holding our body with our arms, letting our weight be heavy through the foam roller and rolling up and down through the quads. Good. And the other side. Good. Nice. Alright guys, for the lumbar spine, I'm not a big fan personally of foam rolling directly onto the lumbar spine. I think it's already in a naturally lordotic position, so I don't really like pushing it further that way. Instead, here are a few little drills that I like to do for not only the lower back, but the whole sort of general complex around as well. First up, we're going to start with just some braced roll downs. So what that involves is getting your foam roller, placing it between your legs, stand side on. We're going to squeeze inwards with our knees and maintain that squeeze. We're going to do about 10 or 15 roll downs. So chin to chest, rolling down as far as we feel comfortable and rolling back up. Focusing on maintaining that squeeze in between our legs, as well as breathing in and out on the return. Next up, I want everyone to get into a bit of a half kneeling position. We're going to do a little bit of some windmill wood choppers, not too sure what these ones are called, but going to start with the foam roller on the side of our body where our knees on the ground, and we're going to just basically swing it across our body. We want to really try to focus on being strong through the hips and not kind of swaying all over the place. And again, about 10 or 15 of these on either side, strong through the hip, especially one with the knee that's on the ground, and swing across like so. And lastly, we're going to do just a bit of a variation of a plank hold. So again, I'm going to stand, be a bit more side on. And again, we're going to place the foam roller in between our legs. We're going to come down onto our hands and knees so that our hands are under our shoulders and our knees are under our hips. Again, we're going to keep a little bit of a squeeze in between our legs and that foam roller. Bring our toes up, and we're just going to lift our knees up off the ground a little bit and just sort of feel all those abdominal muscles working. Hold that for a while. Don't forget to breathe during this as well. Back down, up. Great way to work our anterior chain of muscles here, which is a good way to brace that lower back. Breathing. And again, good 10 or 15 of those as well. All right. Now the thoracic spine. We're going to start with what's called the thread the needle exercise firstly. So we're going to be on our hands and knees, and we're going to get the foam roller next to our body, running sort of parallel to our body. Now I'm going to take my left arm and thread it through and just rest the back of the hands, the palms facing up to the ceiling. And we're going to breathe in, and as we breathe out, we're going to reach through as far as we can, come back, reach through as far as we can. You can allow the arm that you're supporting yourself with, your right arm in this case, to the elbow to give a little bit. We want to try to keep it somewhat upright so we can really focus on that thoracic spine moving through. On the other side, thread through, palm up. And really reach through. Nice. Next up, a bit more of a passive one. We're going to sit down and we're going to do some thoracic extension. I like to have my fingers interlocked and just sort of bracing my neck, and we're going to lower down onto that foam roller with our feet on the ground, knees bent. Now, it's important to just try to relax with this one and only go as far as you feel comfortable. but we're just going to lower our body down. Try to have your elbows outside your line of sight. If you can see your elbows, you're just not getting as much of a stretch through your chest and everywhere else. And we're going to come back again, breathing out and coming back, rolling a bit further up the spine. Good job. And again. Good. And again. A bit further up again. And opening up. Don't also find to hold this position too if that's what sort of feels comfortable. But just not feeling to breathe the whole time as well. Good. I'm going to jump into some open books here. So what we're going to do is get your foam roller and you're going to lie on your side with your bottom leg out straight and your top knee, let's put it back, in that position like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place both hands out in front. We're going to rest the head down. We're going to breathe in, and on the out breath, we're going to reach as far back as we feel comfortable. If you do have a sore shoulder, you can change just a bit of a shorter lever by having your hand on the back of your head and just watching your elbow go back. Really important to not let your knee lose contact with that foam roller, so we can push down a little bit. Can be a really good way to do things. Obviously the other side as well. What we're going to follow that up with is a little bit of a pec stretch, a bit of an active stretch. We're going to jump on all fours and we're going to place an open palm on the foam roller and just lean forward into it with one hand, the other hand, and then even both arms as well. And so resting both arms, our thumbs pointing up and reaching forward, feeling like your chest is dropping to the ground. Not forgetting to breathe in and breathe out with the stretches. This should feel quite strong through your thoracic spine there as well. Alright guys, hope you got something out of that. Yeah, good luck with it all. Cheers.